Hello, it's Mike Morrell, Morel. I'm an author. You can check out my stuff on Blurb and WordPress in the description below. So, this video is something that I've been thinking about making for a long time because I am a creator. And I want to encourage other people to engage in creation. And I'm going to start by telling you why I think the world around us has become a profoundly uncreative place. And it starts with this, your phone. It wasn't that long ago that your computer was anchored to your desk. You couldn't take it with you, not to work. You had your work computer. You can't do anything you want on your work computer. Maybe you don't have a computer at work. You had to bring a book or a magazine or actually talk to people. And it's just a very different world now in that we are constantly entertained. Anytime that you want to alleviate boredom specifically, you can do it. There's infinite entertainment out there for free and for pay. And that is a very unusual situation for human beings in their evolutionary history. Because guess what actually it was like in the past is that you were bored a lot of the time. I cannot tell you how many times when I was a kid that I go to my mom and say, hey, mom, I'm bored. What should I do? And she said, well, what about this? You could try that. And then I was like, no, I'm just going to sit. I'm just going to sit by myself. How many afternoons did I spend just lying on the carpet in my living room, sleeping in a sunbeam, not doing anything, just letting my brain idle, letting it do what it wants. And not having that at all in your life is devastating to creativity. It makes it wither on the vine because it's all about passive consumption now, and it's not about active creation. And I think that people sense this, and a lot of people who have creative potential don't know what's going on, and they don't realize that it's not about you not having ideas. It's about you not allowing your brain, your subconscious, to bring those ideas out of you because you're never bored. And I just think that it's so damaging to people to always be consuming and never creating. And it's a huge part of what enables me to create. Any author will tell you that if you go to your computer or you go to your notepad and you don't have anything pre-existing in your mind, things that you've been thinking about, it's instant writer's block. It's the worst thing that you can do for yourself, to go to the page with nothing prepared. It doesn't have to be anything special, but it has to be something that, when you're in the car, turn off the music, turn off the radio, just sit there and be in yourself. I mean, even then, emotional tolerance is something that young people are lacking nowadays. They can't sit there and just have their own emotions and process them because I don't know why. Maybe it's intimidating to them. Maybe they've just never done it before. Then I'm flexing those muscles, but I do it a lot. I sit there and think a lot. I'll just be in my recliner. Like, I don't feel like doing anything, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to sit here. I got my glass of tea. I'm just going to sit and see what happens. And some of my best ideas, anyone will tell you that. Some of my best ideas, actually, I just drafted the outline of a whole new novel just because I was watching a movie and it was a long movie and I decided to take a break and just sit there for a while and just let my brain just channel down a little bit. And the idea came to me, and I fleshed out the whole thing. So it's another book idea that came from nowhere that might make me money and will certainly fulfill me if I end up writing it, and I fully intend to. And it's not something that I thought of a long time ago or anything like that. It's a brand new idea. And I was like, holy crap, where'd that come from? It came from boredom, right? You have to be able to explore yourself. You have to be able to give yourself time to look into yourself and see what's there. And if you're always just doing this, you're constantly on Facebook and TikTok and Netflix, then there's only room for their creations, not your creations. So I would love to hear what you do to flex your creative muscle specifically. And I know that I haven't visited any of the channels of my subscribers and that kind of stuff. But, if you know my channel, you know that I'm schizoid. So engagement is not so easy for me. But I want to see what you think. I want to see what you create. You're on YouTube. It's called YouTube, even though it's about, corporate greed, really, and algorithmic manipulation and giving you the same things that they know you already like instead of giving you something that you might like. I want to tend into the other side of things. I don't know everything that I like. Maybe it's something completely new. Maybe it's a whole new person that says things that I've never thought of before. I'm not some guru that knows everything. And but yeah, please share in the comments. I'm really dying to know what you do, because if it's always I'm just watching the same Adult Swim cartoons or the same, gothic horror movies and things I've seen before, then I become deeply depressed. And then I start thinking, it's like, who am I? You should answer that question, and it requires sitting there being bored. So you shouldn't just passively consume. You should try and actively create. It doesn't need to necessarily be art. Maybe you're into automobiles, maybe you're into this or computers or programming. But so long as it's coming out of you, that lets you know that there's something inside of you to begin with. And if you're constantly masking that, then that's just one of the worst things you can do for yourself. So I just wanted to make this video and share that message, because I think that it's a bigger problem than people really give it credit for. And if I could just tell people, what's inside of you, share it with the world. If they might be interested. You'd be surprised. You think, oh, yeah, this is not that great. I'm bad at this and so on. No, they want to know. It's fascinating to other people. It's naturally fascinating to other people. And yeah, creation, I'm in love with it. I do it for free. I don't care. And I think that you should value it as well. There you go.